Hi, wonderful people. Welcome. Today I want us to look at some properties of sets. So let's begin with the first one. Whenever you have this, let's say number one, the root of m times the root of m. Look at this. You can see that in the square root, the numbers are the same. So they will go a long way to say this is root m all squared, and this gives you m. So why do we do that? Because if you have the root of m, according to indices, is the same as m exponent half. So when I square both sides, this becomes m half times 2, and this gives me m to the power 1, and it's m. So that is why we are saying that. So anytime a number in a square root is multiplying itself, the square root cancels out. So an example is when you have this. Alright, let me change the color. So example, if you have let's say square root of 5, this will give me 5. Why 5? Because I'm going to get square root of 5 all squared, and this is what? This is 5. All right, let's look at the next property. Two. It says that when you have the root of m squared, of course, this is just like this, just like that. So it's going to give us m. So an example, if I have the square root of 2 squared, this gives me 2. So kindly take note of these things I'm sharing with you. It's very, very important as you advance in mathematics. The next one we can talk about now, what about if the ones in the square root are different? So look at this. Now you see the radicands. We call the numbers in the square root radicands. Okay, we call them radicand. So m is a radicand, n is a radicand. The numbers under the square root, we call them radicand. So you see that here the radicands are different, and we can do this as mn. They will all go under one square root and multiply. All right, so you get mn. Let's take an example. So if I have this square root of 2 times square root of 5, what do you think this will give me? It's going to give me square root of 2 times 5, and this will give me the square root of 10. I hope you are following. All right, let's proceed to the next property. Number 4. Now, if I have the root of m out of root n, this is very important. We apply it in subjects like physics and even in chemistry for the sciences. So if I have this, then I can rewrite this as the root of m over n. I can bring all of them under one square root sign. An example. If I have the square root of, let's say, 10 out of the square root of, let's say, 2, then I can rewrite this as the square root of 10 out of 2. Okay, and 10 out of 2 gives me the square root of 5. So these are powerful equations we are applying. We shouldn't forget. We cannot forget them. Right, let's move on. The next property. Now, if you have this, a root of b times c root of d, right? Look at this. We call this index. No, it's not an index. It's a coefficient of the. Okay, so this is going to give us. Let me write it here. The coefficients of the roots are going to multiply. So AC. Then the inside ones, the radicands, will also multiply. So example, if I have 2 root 3 times 3 root 5, then this is going to give me what? According to the property, it's going to give me 2 times 3 all in one root, 3 times 5. Then this will eventually yield 6 root 15. So take note of these things. The next property. Let's say we have this. A times root b. Then what is this going to give me? It's going to be a root of b. Right? So can we pick example? A simple example. So if I have this 2 times root of 10, then this gives me what? Because the 2 is not in the square root, it cannot enter the square root. It must be outside. So I'll get this. I hope you are following. Please take note of these things. We will use them. How about if I have this? This time around, I'm going to have, let's say, a. Let's say a root b times root c. Look at this. Now you can clearly see that this one doesn't have. It has a coefficient of 1. There is 1 here, but we don't write it. It's hidden. But it's clearly. Then we can multiply the ones out, just like applying property 5, this property. So you apply the same concept. It's going to be a times 1 and it's a. Then the radicands will multiply out to get this. So an example is when you have this. Let's say we have this. Okay. 4 root 2 times, let's say, root 3. This is going to give us what? Of course, we are going to get 4 root of 4 multiply 1. There is a 1 here. Okay. 4 2 times 3 all in one root. And we get 4 root of 6. Alright. Let's look at one more, then we end on the properties. So let's say the last property I want to share with you. Let's say m times n, the root of q. Okay. If I have this, then what do I get? This is going to give me mn. Very simple, root of q. So an example. If I have 4 times 2 root 7, this gives me what? Simply gives me 8 root 7. Alright, students, and I want to end the properties here. Take your time and go through and ponder them. We are going to apply them. You meet them as you work along with mathematics and other mathematics related subjects and courses. Alright. Thank you very much and see you in our subsequent